Fall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They run with Harris off the option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. Bulldozes past him. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. An option handoff given to Harris. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running right on the option is Tua. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Play action, now it's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On the return is Peterson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs.
He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It's brought in by Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to air one out. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Steelers 7.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. He's going to launch it for Washington. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
But we saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. That left arm, pretty underrated in terms of strength.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On play action, here's Tua sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll buy some time right.
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd and 3. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Check smash. Check smash. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Let's get the ball.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
We don't want this.
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
39-yard line.
Hurt. Mike 46. Chap 60. Chap 60. Man, I got you. 46 to Mike. 46. It's a party now. It's a party.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they'll begin by running the option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Tua going to throw. It's complete to Watt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 14. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Wings. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Kill. Watch twist.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Tua now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Tua going to run again.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Tua.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tua, the final shot before half. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 21. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
2 now on first down. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Nate Gary. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
46 to Mike, 46.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. They'll look to throw here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Mike, 46. Oh, here we go. Three. Mike, 40. Back in 60.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Tua on the bootleg here, rolling to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll roll him out right. It's brought in by Harris.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, it's Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Harris. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run with Delage. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
56. Vikings 35.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa completes it to Watt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Balaj. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And the Steelers.
Two and out, running right on the option. An option handoff given to Harris.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second down and goal. Tua out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Harris. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
4th and goal.
They run for it with Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
63. Vikings 35. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
7-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Sisco. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And it brings up third down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
At the Steelers' 35-yard line.
Here we go. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. 60
They're going to look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 46 to Mike.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up. The ball comes out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, 1-7, 1-7. Check Mike 54. No red.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They pitch it to Harris. And some space here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
6-man. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come off the ball.
Tua going to run again. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun, it's Tua. Got an open man, it's Washington. Room here to run. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys